Hi, my name is Anna Leach, and this is my talk pitch video for the TEDxPSU conference that's happening in February 2018. What I'd like to talk about, what I'd like to share, the idea that I think is just awesome, is the idea of how a relationship can impact your life. For me, when I think about relationships, I feel like there are three areas. There's your relationship with yourself, your personal relationships, and then your professional relationships. Now, when I reflected on relationships, it was more in the professional realm, but there are still impacts because they're intertwined with the internal relationship as well as your personal relationship. So what I'd like to share is my journey. 2 years ago, I had a giant change in my life. We moved across country, and I went back to grad school, and I had a complete career change. Went from a data analyst to an instructional designer. And let me tell you, after 12 years in data analysis, I knew my cohort, I knew my world, I knew who to talk to, I had a network of people, I had relationships. Now, I didn't think much of them. I just met people along the way, and that was it. But when I got to this new world, I was in grad school, online, alone, in a completely new state. I knew that I needed people. I knew that they would help me up and help me out and support me, and I knew I needed it, but I didn't even know where to begin. And I think that's true for a lot of people. They don't know where to begin. So I went into a kind of circle of self-help books and how to have good relationships and a lot of investigation, and finally I had this thought. Someday I'm going to write a graduation speech, and when I write this graduation speech, who am I going to thank? And I went back to those relationships that even though they were in the data analysis realm, they were still pertinent now. They were still supporting me throughout this journey. And I decided from that I needed to stick my neck out further. I needed to have a vision. Okay, that's my graduation speech. What's my retirement speech going to say? Who am I going to thank then? And I started just being aware, paying attention. So I'm in class, and there's this chick named Kara North, and she has this awesome discussion post, and it's so thought out, and it's just smart. And I thought, I need to know her as soon as I have an opportunity. And then I hesitated, and I didn't jump on it. A year later, I'm in a different class with her, and we have to do group work. And I think, oh no, this is happening. And I emailed her, and I said, would you like to be in my group? And I was terrified. I thought she was going to come back and be like, no, dummy, you don't have any experience. But she didn't. She said, sure, that sounds great, but we have to have a group of 4. Who else do you want? And so we each picked somebody else, and Team Tank was formed. And I'll tell you what, we spoke at a presentation together. We proposed for South by Southwest. We're speaking at AECT in Jacksonville. And I think there's so much more to come from us. And I can't wait to see what we do. So that's what I want to talk about. How you stick your neck out, how you be more aware, and how you just go for it. And I know I'm a little over my time, but I also want to suggest something that I had emailed the director about, that I have a co-presenter, and that be this Kara North. So she could tell her side of the story, and we could give both perspectives about how a relationship is built, and hopefully that would parallel with people in the audience so that they could see, oh, I've been in that situation. Because I think the more perspective we can bring, the more impactful this conversation, this talk will be. Thanks.